Hey, Taylor Kaspar here. I help single people make sure that if they die or become incapacitated, their ex-spouse isn't the one managing the money for their children. So I'm actually sitting in the waiting room of Zoom court, because we're still doing those things on Zoom, for one of my very last divorce and child custody cases. I used to practice divorce and child custody almost exclusively before I made the switch to estate planning, which is really where I always wanted to be. So I have a few of those cases wrapping up, and it's been a very invaluable experience in understanding family dynamics, understanding what people go through in the court process, and that's great. But we're almost done. And I just wanted to hop on and chat about, if you're getting a divorce, what type of things you should be doing right away to take care of your estate planning and just start making transitions onto different life choices, right? You've already decided you're making the split. You maybe don't want your ex-spouse or soon to be ex-spouse to have power, control, authority, what have you, over your personhood or your finances. Now, when you get a divorce, once you file, you can't just start like giving everything away and liquidating your estate and moving stuff out of the estate and selling things, right? There are rules. So once you start a divorce, things do essentially get like frozen. I don't know that that's the best way to put it, but you're not allowed to start making like big financial transitions and changes before the divorce is finalized and you have your order from the court. That also extends to changing beneficiaries and making beneficiary designations on your retirement account, your life insurance. You have to wait till the divorce is done. But that doesn't mean that you can't start laying the foundation and the framework for good estate planning while you're still married before that order from the court comes through, because divorce is not always the fastest thing. If you have contested issues and there's litigation, you might be in divorce proceedings for a year, 18 months, 2 years, unfortunately, dealing with all the things that go with divorce. But you can, while you're waiting, instead of waiting that whole time to do anything, you can start making some changes immediately. So if you know that you're getting a divorce and you already have a healthcare directive, or maybe you don't have one at all, you want to get one, and you want to make sure that you change your healthcare agent, the person that can make decisions for you regarding your health, you want to change that to somebody different now, and maybe not your ex-spouse. Same thing if you have a power of attorney. If you're going through a divorce, it is crucial to have a power of attorney, because if something happens to you during the divorce proceedings, everything could still be controlled by your ex-spouse, when in reality, you probably want to make sure that somebody else could stand in your shoes and, one, carry on your divorce. They could continue litigation on your behalf so that everything doesn't stop if you become incapacitated and we're just like waiting for you to gain capacity again. So if you wanted to and you trusted somebody to be able to take that over for you, because they would have your best interest at heart, working with your attorney to get your divorce done, they could continue it on for you so that you don't suffer any delay. And then also they're going to make sure that your financial interests are represented, since your spouse isn't going to be that person anymore. So you could go ahead and you could change that power of attorney document while you're still married. You could also change your testamentary documents. If you have a will, you could redo your will and you could change it preemptively. Now, if you died before the divorce was final, there might be some litigation, right, surrounding things like spousal election and the spouse's share and what would have come out of the divorce. But hoping that you don't, you could go ahead and already change that and get that set up how you would want it to be, so that if you're divorced one day and you die, then you've already got it set up how you want it. And same thing with the trust. You could go ahead and you could put together your trust. You could change all the rules of your trust. You could get rid of an old trust that you had jointly with your spouse and get a new trust. And you could do all of that, get it all set up. But now you won't be able to transfer the assets into it until the divorce is final and everybody's been awarded what they're going to be awarded. But at least you could have the framework done and ready, so that when you are divorced and when it's final and you've got that order, all you're doing is transferring those items into the trust right away. And it's done for you. It's there, it's good to go. And you're getting those beneficiary designations wrapped up right away. And you're ready to just move forward with your new life, the life that, you want to be living post-divorce and after, into your new future. So again, Taylor Kaspar here, owner, managing attorney of Legacy Estate Planning in Burnsville. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't ever miss any sort of communication from me that could be relevant to you about estate planning, elder law, and business law.